Hi, good morning. Welcome back. I'm where I left off last time by these funny little holes that I found along the Tennyson. And it's been a couple of weeks. I've been doing some research over the Easter break to try and figure out what they are. There's a lot of kind of ridges and nooks and crannies and lumps of earth, and I found it very curious. I got in touch with an archaeologist at the Isle of Wight Council. Her name's Rebecca, and she's been very helpful to give me as much information as she can. If you like maps as much as I do, you will love the map I'm going to share in the comments section. A LiDAR map, which is kind of like a heat map of nooks and crannies without bushes in the way. So I've been able to find out that there's a lot more than what the naked eye can see. There's several of these. They just keep sort of popping up. So initially I was like, oh, these must be some kind of bomb holes. But then the more research I did, I found an archaeology paper in Holland where someone was describing the types of bombs and the types of holes that they made in the ground, and then kind of their archaeological findings. But all of those holes from bombs are perfectly circular. And a lot of the ones up here, they're not circular at all. They're more, not even oval. Like this one's half of a circle, and I found, I think, 2 or 3 of these where it's like cake layers or like a waterfall effect coming down with the ridge there. So I've decided that they're not bombs. And another friend actually said that when World War II planes were headed back home, sometimes they just dropped their load. And I thought, well, maybe that's why they're not perfectly circular, but I am afraid that's probably not what they are either. On the maps that Rebecca has sent me, I found out that there was actually a golf course here back in like 1888. And what you can do with the LiDAR maps is you can put on one side the old OS maps from whatever year you want, going back to whatever time you want, next to the LiDAR photography. So the other thing that I found, because I keep going over these humps and ridges as I either ride my bike or I'm walking, and the kids love to play on them, and those are actually anti-aircraft strips, or the report from the National Trust calls them scars, which I think is a perfect name for them. They are scars on the Tennyson Down, meant to stop aircraft from landing. So I found that very interesting, sort of fell down the rabbit hole of history. I'm actually headed back toward the Tennyson now. I'm on my way back home, but the weather is just so incredibly magical. Next time I'm going to show you a little secret passageway that you might not know about if you're just up here not knowing what to look for. So I'll keep you posted.